Okay, today's randomly generated elements are plaid in red, which is this one. And then we rolled these repeating flowers, and then we got those in orange. And then on top of all of that, we rolled my apothecary jars. These are my own illustrations that I had turned into underglaze transfers, which is so fun. It's so exciting. I'm very proud of them. Now, with this combination, the background should be the plaid. Realistically, that was the pattern. But I love these flowers, and I like the idea of the flowers being the background for the apothecary jars. And I think I'm gonna use bits of the plaid, not so much the whole plaid pattern, but just chunks of the plaid, of the red color, as like little inclusions in some of the jars. Like I have a couple jars that are like the actual jar without anything in them. So I think I'll do this one, and I'll fill it with some of the plaid design. I think that could be fun. And then we're gonna pull some of my designs, and we're just gonna use these. It's gonna be very, very straightforward. It's just gonna be my little jars. I didn't mean to grab two of those. And a flower pattern I really like, and some red details on the inside, and I think it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. I've been waiting for my bottles to roll as a subject, and I'm so excited that I finally get to use them on a randomly generated mug. It's so exciting. So I think I'll do a few different bottles with the plaid in them, in like 3 different spots, I think, because I have 3 different bottles that I can put anything I want in them. And so I think we'll do that, because the other one is down here. There we go. And then we'll do just some of these other ones. We'll do one of these. I like this shape. Let's do one of my snail with the mushroom. No, it's just snail with some plants. I don't want to do any of the like poison. I think I want this to be much more. Oh, we have to do a jar of dirt. We have to do a jar of dirt, obviously. This is everyone always, whenever they see these in a video, they're like, I've got a jar of dirt. And I'm like, yep, that is the reference. That is 100% what I was referencing when I made that one. So I love that people get all excited about it and are immediately quoting it too. I think that's fun. Okay, and then let's do the mushrooms. That'll be the last one, because I think this is going to be more than enough, and then if there's still more space, we'll add another one. Okay. Put these to the side. I did choose a mug with straight up and down walls just because I want this flower pattern to just like be the focal point on the back, and I want the pattern itself to actually like stay good and straight the way it's supposed to be. So I do know I will not need any more than like just straight across on here, but let's see how thick of a strip across I need. And it looks like we're gonna go straight down the middle of those flowers. And then we'll just cut straight across. Which company made these? I'll have to look up and see which company made these. I think these are Plum Island transfers, but I will have to check. Pretty sure those are Plum Island transfers. All right, we're gonna cut off, we're gonna go along this little fluted edge of the flowers, because you guys know me, I don't like it when patterns just end abruptly. They have to have an ending that makes sense. The question is, will this line up on the mug in like a perfect way so that I have another like perfectly ended flower on the other side? That is going to be the real question here. Yes, it does! Yay! Oh, I'm so happy! Good. I love it when that works out. I've been listening to a lot of disco, because like when I'm tired, I really want to listen to something high energy, something that's gonna want to get me to get up and dance and everything. And I don't know how many of you guys are on TikTok, how you found me through TikTok, but there's a song trending right now that is called Dance You Out of My Head, and it's a super fun song, but the artist has cancer, and she's terminal, so she's kind of going through the last bit of her life for however long she gets to stay with her family. But the Dance You Out of My Head is the last song that she made, and so she released it, and she's like, hey, if everyone could like stream this song and listen to it and put it in videos and everything, like all of the funds from streaming this song are gonna go like directly to my son, which is, it's all a devastating situation, but like what an awesome way to like try and help as much as you can, you know? And the song, because of the situation, the song is going like crazy viral on TikTok right now, and tons of people are using it and streaming it, which is so cool. It's one of those situations where like, this is one of those moments where I think the internet is like particularly cool, because we get to support people, you know? And like, it's a sad situation, but the fact that we're able to help in some way, I just think is so cool. Anyway, so I've been listening to that, and then that bopped me down the rabbit hole of just disco music in general, and I'm just like dancing around the office today. But anyway, so I've just been listening to disco, and I found a playlist on Spotify it's like 11 hours long, but the first two songs were Boogie Wonderland and Super Freak, and so of course this whole time while I'm working on this, I'm just like kind of bopping to the music in my head. I wish I could play the music that I listen to in the background of these videos, but copyright's a bitch, so you get the stuff that I have license to use. Which I like the stuff that I picked out for that purpose, so no worries there, you know? Let's go with right dead center on there. Why am I drawing on that? That's not gonna work. That's not how any of this works. And then last one. Okay. And because these aren't overlapping with anything, I'll probably place these last, just because they're probably gonna be a pain in my butt. I have a hunch they're gonna be a pain. Nope, I can't do that, because they're gonna be overlapping with the other things. Okay, let's get started. Lead the way with a jar of dirt. And then we'll put a bottle of clouds, which in the painting version of this, because all of these are based on paintings that I made, this was a bottle of like sunset. There's supposed to be a sunset at least. It did end up giving off very like peach ring vibes, which I was fine with, because peach rings are one of my favorite candies. But I don't know if I succeeded in the make it look like a sunset brief, but that's okay. Okay, if this is going here, then we need this right here. Okay. And then do what I normally do, which we put some water here. And then place our other element. And then we keep going. Put this one here. And then we'll do this one as the front element, which does mean I can place the plaid last on that one. It's all about layers, and as long as you plan your layers properly, you can make your life easier every now and then. Boogie Wonderland stuck in my head, which, like, I'm not mad about because it's a vibe, but Claire, what are all the things you think about while you're making these? Well, okay, we are gonna have to switch things up a little bit. I won't be able to fit that, as well as I won't be able to fit this guy. So we're gonna switch it out. We're gonna go for a jar of eyeballs. And we're gonna put the jar of eyeballs right here. I have an adequate amount of, like, back and forth layering of objects. And then, again, a little bit of water. Not that I think being super careful about that one really made a difference, because the sides of the thing are lined up. Oh well. Better safe than sorry. Okay. And then get our flowers in place. You weren't really gonna see much of the flowers on this bottom half, but as always, with patterns that repeat, sponging in like staggering steps around the mug. That way everything looks nice. And I am trying to avoid adding too much water in the areas where the flowers are overlapping with the bottles, just to avoid as much bleed through as I can. There are a few areas down here at the bottom. Could have pulled it a little bit further that way. It's far, far too late now, but I'm gonna go through one more time. Just the littlest peekaboo of orange over there. I love these flowers. I think they're so fun. Also kind of fits with the whole mental state I have going on right now with the disco. I feel like this is like stereotypical, at least, like disco-y kind of vibes. We've got that the bright flowers and colors. I also do feel like, by the way, if I ever say anything that actually doesn't line up with the time frame I'm referencing, I do feel like I get like the 60s and the 70s very much mixed up in my head. I feel like stereotypical 80s is its own like standout thing, even though like the stereotypical like pop culture idea of the 80s really maybe didn't fit the 80s completely. From what I've heard, I wasn't there. But I feel like I get eras of pop culture references and fashions and stuff so mixed up so easily. And like, I know I'm not alone in that, but it does annoy me that I do it. Oh, this is fun. Let's get this cleaned up real quick. And then let's put our last little chunk of plaid in place. I do like how quickly the plaid stopped being like the main pattern and the florals ended up being like the main pattern. I do have the florals in the pattern box because it is more of a patterny pattern than it actually is of florals. But oh well. I might revamp my lists a little bit. I'm gonna need to revamp them anyway. I do change it up between every series. But I got more transfers. So even if I wasn't gonna revamp it, I would have needed to anyway. But I might reevaluate what I've got going on in terms of patterns. Maybe add some things to the pattern section. There we go. I love it. I think it's so cute. What do you guys think? I love it. I love the orange and the red together. I'm definitely gonna need like a bright pop of a color for the glaze. I think I might go with green. Who knows? We'll see. Or bright blue. Ooh.